Love movies as well too. Just saw Mickey 17 starring Robert Pattinson as well too. For those of you guys who don't know, Mickey 17 was actually an adaptation from the book slash novel Mickey 7. And with Mickey 17, the only difference is they had 17 Expendables. But with Mickey 17, it's sci-fi slash interstellar travel slash plausible fiction, so to say. But it's basically about a guy who signs up to be an expendable to go to another distant planet in another galaxy to colonize an ice planet. And when you sign up to be expendable, you basically are surrendering the rights to your life in a sense. And what's being done is there's groundbreaking technology, I think, in the 2050 setting, where you can reprint yourself but keep and upload your consciousness every single time. And it takes a turn basically because with Expendables you're only supposed to have one at a time, but all hell breaks loose when when they finally colonize the ice planet. They go to do like a risky little job to basically find out a little bit more about the natives. They think he dies, so they print the 18th one, and there's a lot of back and forth trying to figure out like who's who and all this other stuff as well too. But Carl, you say you just saw that joint last night, man. What were your thoughts on the film?
I thought it was dope. Yeah, there was a lot of little things that I appreciated. The main character, Mickey, has a girlfriend, and his girlfriend at a certain point was like, they make it to this new planet, and the leader of the colony is talking about these aliens, and she's like, bro, we are the aliens. We don't belong here. We just came here. Like, how are you going to try and... But again, that's just so white man of you to be trying to even think to call someone else an alien when you're on their planet is insane.
Yeah.
So there's just like a bunch of little stuff like that I really appreciated about it.
The political satire was hilarious.
Yeah, the political satire.
You already knew who they was trying. It was like a blend. It was like a blend of Trump and Elon Musk.
Yeah, which they wish they could be. But yeah,
y'all gonna make me want to go see this on the night for real.
It was funny, and that was the thing too. Like, it was good. It had some like nice little easy political commentary, where it's not like this doesn't feel like too heavy and deep or whatever.
Yeah.
But also had a lot of funny moments. I can't think of her name, and I knew it as soon as I saw
actress?
her. His wife, Mark Ruffalo's wife.
Oh, I don't know her, like her actual name.
She was in Hereditary. She was in The Power. And I knew her name as soon as I saw her last night, but I can't think of
Toni
her.
Collette?
Yes, Toni Collette acted her ass off in that shit too. Like, she was playing Mark Ruffalo's wife, and like her facial expressions, the way she was, everything in it was just like really perfect. And of course, Robert Pattinson.
I was about to say Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, he did a great job too. So
already, like, from an acting standpoint, it's like you're memorizing two different set of lines, and because the way they do it is they basically like frame it correctly, and he's basically doing all his lines and character work for this one and then for that one, and then they just match it together. But for him to go back and forth, and you saw the clear like distinct personalities between the two, that was pretty dope as well too. So the acting, honestly, from top down was amazing, I thought too. And what's the director's name? Bong Joon.
Yeah,
he directed Parasite.
I
I definitely want to check out some more of his body of work as well too. But I did like the dark humor aspect to it as well, and it just makes me think like, why do human beings always fuck shit up, man?
It's what we do.
It's what we do. It's what we do. It's what we do.
I feel like it's because we haven't met a match in the sense of like another creature that could really extinct us all. So we just got that complex.
Yeah.
I guess my other question that had me thinking is just like, you're printing essentially another human being, but you're uploading the consciousness. So like, is that even technically you or not? Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, that's a greater sci-fi question, but for me, all intents and purposes, yeah, it's me. Like, if it has all my memories, if I think that I'm like technically like it's not, because this version of me is dead.
Yeah.
But I'm still existing, so like in my mind, it still feels like it's me. So to me, that's enough. Yeah.
That shit is just trippy because I still believe in like a soul too.
But I think that was part of it too. Like, and not to ruin too much, but a lot of them, his girlfriend is describes like they all have different personalities. So I think that is a part of it. Is like, you know, I think they kind of are saying the soul does matter, and that all of these have different souls. They all have the same memories and all that other stuff. But the same way that if we were to clone ourselves now, you know, like that's technically gonna be a different individual. But it's gonna have all, you know, all the same memories and all that other stuff. But I clearly, if you saw, like, you know, Mickey 17 and 18 were supposed to be the exact same thing, and they wanted to do completely different things at the same time, you know. So I think it's one of those, you can never have an exact copy of somebody because there's just so much that goes into that. But for all intents and purposes, it's the same person, you know.
I read another novel not too long ago. I can't think of the name of it right now. I'm going blank. But it's based on interstellar travel as well too. It has that same like dark humor based tone. But I gotta think of the name. I can't think of the name right now. But anyways, like another thing that they did in that novel that they actually turned into a movie with Ryan Gosling. I don't know why I can't think of that right now. It'll come back in my head. But basically, like they created a device to basically interact with the aliens. Do you think we're ever going to get to a point where we're going to be able to take like a specific pitch or tone to communicate with another life form? And it doesn't have to be obviously like an alien, but like a dog or something like that. You think that's actually feasible?
I mean, I will say this. I don't think that. I think if you look at the last 100 years of human history, it is foolish to say that something's not feasible. Because, like, if you were to take a touchscreen smartphone to somebody in the 1930s, there's no, you know, like, this is an impossibility. You know, like, there's no way that you would think, like, something. Even, shoot, we have self-driving cars and stuff like that now.
That's
so,
crazy.
that's the freaks me out,
I'm still trying to get in away mode to see what's up.
Yeah, so, like, I just think that human technology is, we're in like that golden phase right now where things are just growing exponentially. So I would never put a cap on that. The only thing I will say is that I think that sometimes when it comes to, it's one thing, you know, you're saying it not just aliens, but if we talk to animals, but when it comes to like alien life forms, I think that sometimes we overstate how simple things, how we want things to really be simple. And I think that there's always the possibility, like, okay, just because we speak with our words, we have no idea how another species, you know, they communicated. It could be completely non-verbal or non-audio or audible. So yeah, just a lot of stuff like that I think that type of communication is it's just way harder. You know, you just never know.
Yeah, the novel was Project Hail Mary, but that's going to be adapted into a movie as well too. So I'm excited to see what happens. And I think the main difference between, like I said, Mickey 7 and 17, you might have to close the ears for this one. Oh, just say la la la. So the main difference was this: in the novel itself, both of them exist. Like they don't die. Like
oh, gotcha.
Yeah, both of them exist. And
Got
then
you.
they actually have a sequel out right now called You can
Good.
They actually have a sequel out now for a book called Anti-Blue Matters. But basically, the difference with the book and the movie is they have an energy source that they use to basically help them live. And what they did in the book was Mickey gave it to the alien as like a little peace treaty, but now they realize they need it back. So basically, like he's having conflict with them right now. So I don't see them making another film. I think it's cool like that by itself. But no, that was a very, very solid film, man. Like they executed it really well. What would you give out of a 10?
I guess a 9. We usually do ours out of 5, so we gave it like a 4.5, but that's probably like a 9. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I gave it like an 8.4. Do you have Letterboxd?
Yeah.
I need to add you on Letterboxd. I'm starting to make some reviews with stuff too. I like
definitely
you got Letterboxd?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
definitely
like,
add me,
no.
but we honestly mostly put in
the ratings as opposed to.
Well, no, we do a lot of it on Asia's because like we see pretty much all these movies together. So like my girlfriend we do a lot of the noting in like her Letterboxd account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to add some on mine.
Because one of my friends, he's in a relationship. They just have one together, like in their whole profile picture of them kissing each other and all that stuff too. But Letterboxd is like a social media for films.
Oh, okay.
You just rate, and you can go to other forums and look at other people's opinions on stuff like that. They have a chat and stuff. It's pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty dope. It's
So,
too.
shit, y'all might meet somebody out there, so they have the same taste as you or something.
Hey man, that's always a possibility, for sure as well too. So, no, that was pretty cool.